Hello everyone! Today I am going to be sharing a zucchini dish that I kind of just made up on my own. I haven't looked up online if there's anything similar to it. I don't know how I came up with it. It was a few years ago. I had zucchini and I just thought, hey, I should make it like Asian-y, like make it like an Asian type dish. So I did, so I will share that with you guys today. So I've got zucchinis coming out of my ears right now. My garden is just overflowing with zucchinis so much. I'm super happy because I love zucchini. It's one of my favorite vegetables. It's so versatile. So I'm going to also share some things you can do with zucchini. You can dehydrate it and make zucchini chips. They're really good, nice little snack. Not quite, I didn't make mine. I bet if I dehydrated it more, it would be more crispy, crunchy. I don't know. I dehydrated them for like 8 to 10, more like 10 to 11 hours at 115, 120 degrees. And that's what they're like. So they're a little bit chewy, but they're delicious. And before I did it, using a mandolin would be a really good idea. I didn't. I just kind of tried to cut them as uniform as possible. But if you use a mandolin, they're all the same. They'll all dehydrate at about the same rate. If you have larger ones and smaller ones, the smaller ones do get a little more dried out. So that's the only difference. I toss them in a little bit of olive oil and salt. So that's like the basic. It's good like that, but I really like to toss them in white wine vinegar, a little bit of that. I also did balsamic vinegar, but white wine vinegar, salt, and olive oil was our favorite combo. You can also put seasoning on the top. I did not even do that. So you can add whatever seasoning you want, like the sky is the limit. So that is a really great way to make them. I'm also fermenting them for the first time. So just kind of like pickles. So that's a great way. It's just you make a salt brine and I put some dill and garlic in and I just put them in here. It's a shorter ferment. It only takes like 3 to 5 days, the recipe I found said. So there's that. You can also cut them in rounds like this and bake them in the oven for, I don't know, 10 minutes just to barely soften them, and then make little mini pizzas out of them. Put some sauce and some cheese and then just put them back in the oven until the cheese is melted. And what a fun little snack for kids. Little finger food, easy to eat, and it's healthy. You can also spiralize them and make noodles. You just need a spiralizer, which they're not expensive, so I've done that. But when you do it as noodles, a lot of moisture comes out of them, so I would suggest warming them on the stove first, and then once that liquid comes out, straining it and then putting your sauce in, just so your sauce is not super watery. Or you can have it watery, whatever you prefer, just my little tip. What else can you do? You can slice them into rounds, put them in an egg wash and almond flour, and bake them in the oven and make little baked crisps. Oh, you can make zucchini lasagna out of them, vegetable lasagnas. I'm going to do that as well today. You can make zucchini muffins, zucchini cake, zucchini bread. It's great for that because it's really moist. You just shred it, and then I do suggest laying the shreds out on a dish towel to like absorb some of the extra liquid. You want to keep that liquid because that's what keeps it moist, so you don't want to dry it out too much, but it shouldn't be like dripping wet. So I really like, after I shred it, I lay it out while I'm getting everything ready. So it just sits there 10 minutes and then it can get rid of that extra liquid. You could also cut them into sticks like this and toss them in an egg wash and almond flour and seasoning and bake them and make cheesy sticks, or like top them with cheese and make cheesy sticks. You could also shred it up, let a lot of that more moisture out than when you make breads and muffins with zucchini. Let more moisture out, even maybe squeeze it so it's not too soggy, and make like cheesy bread or cheesy sticks, or you could even make pizza crust out of it. I love zucchini. There's so much you can do with that. But today I'm gonna make my Asian-y, I should get a name for it, zucchini Asian zucchini side dish, something like that, I don't know. So you take your zucchini, and I always save the tops and bottoms for my chickens. Then I just kind of, depending what size they are, just kind of do that. And then when I have smaller zucchinis, I just cut them in half and then chop them this way. These are a little larger. You can obviously cut it whatever size you like, but the smaller the size, the faster it cooks. Oh, these are really good to eat raw too. Like if you just eat them like this, a little sprinkle of salt, or dip them in whatever salad dressing you like. They are so good. I'm so glad. It's our first year having a garden, so pretty excited about it. I never imagined I'd have so many zucchini. I love zucchini, and I have a hard time finding it organic anywhere. Oh, got So then I just put in some coconut oil to my pan, which you can barely see. I will move it over in a moment. And then just keep chopping these up. You know what I just remembered? I like to put the onions in first so they get kind of caramelized. So I am going to do that. My pan is on medium heat. And how I like to cut the onions is in like thin, long, little I love onions, so I'm going to put 2 in. The onions got me. They got me. So then I add in some tamari. So this is non-GMO soy sauce. So I just do a pretty generous, just get a little bit on all the zucchini. Alright, so then I take some ginger root and I just take a spoon and then I just kind of scrape off the skin. This ginger looks a little past its prime. I'm gonna peel it a little deeper than I normally would. You can also use dried ginger if you don't have any fresh, but fresh is best, I think. So then I just take a little micro grater and some fell in, so I don't know, that's about a half teaspoon. And I'm going to turn the temperature up a little bit. And then I take some garlic and I do the same thing. Careful not to get to your fingers. And normally I would add more garlic, but I haven't made this in quite a while because it's hard to find organic zucchini, and I do prefer to buy organic zucchini. But I want my daughter to try this again, so I'm gonna go a little lighter on the garlic. And then I do some ground white pepper. White pepper is really similar to black pepper, except it's not. It has kind of like a lighter scent to it, not quite as spicy. I don't think. I feel like it's a little more mild pepper. It says to use it for light colored dishes like cream sauces, soups, potatoes, pasta, seafood. So it's just, yeah, it's got less of a bite to it. So then I'm going to let this cook down for a while and brown up a little bit more, and then take it off the heat, and then just drizzle some sesame oil and some sesame seeds on top. Sesame oil, I don't think you want to heat it up very much, so that's why I'm going to wait till right before we serve it. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you try out my recipe, and let me know if you've made anything similar to it before. I've never seen anything similar to this with zucchini as the main vegetable in it. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more videos. Thanks for watching.